John, I didn't expect you to turn your camera on before I said anything because before the show started, John warned us that there was a surprise, and we were discussing. Okay, John, how should we address this?
Just so you know, nipples and all, nipples and all. You saw everything.
Wow,
John, I got two things. First of all, you look great, buddy. I love it.
Thank you.
I'm so sorry Eric is not here. Second of all, you currently look with the slicked back hair as if you're Aaron Rodgers, which will be a discussion topic for tonight. However, I want to give you the floor because there's a reason you're currently shirtless. This was not an accident, and I want to give you the floor to say what you have to say. Oh, he's got to. Okay, hold on. He's got to prepare.
Victory sip. I own Blabcheck. Okay, I own this guy. You talked last time he was on. You talked about how this guy is crazier than me on my show. Talked about how he was like, all you got is sports crazy takes. Okay, all right. He comes on the show. He's wearing a shirt. He's not shirtless. I'm shirtless. Look, I'm shirtless. I'm skinnier than him. He's all blab and whatnot, but I'm the one here tonight.
I'm sorry I keep laughing. I can't contain myself. This is fantastic.
Listen,
you're going to want to tune in for the Decathlon because I'm going to own him then too. This is a rivalry, and I'm coming at him. I've heard nothing from him since, so I just assume that this guy has no retaliation, no return fire, whatever you call it. I mean, this guy's scared. Clearly, he hasn't responded to anything. So, I mean, I just assume I have the upper hand.
Wow.
Listen, all I'm going to say, if I wasn't too busy looking at scores, because I'm the degenerate of the group, I'd be laughing so much. But right now, I'm just worried about Akron, who's finally starting to put away Bowling Green. Yes, you're a degenerate when you're betting on MAC basketball, but, research will help you. Anyway.
Oh, God.
John,
I don't even
the hell?
For the four people, all the people tuning in, nipples and all. I mean, just so you know, like everything is out there. It's not just this great set of shoulders that I have.
You do have pants on, correct?
I think. Let me check. I got pants on.
Can we confirm that there are pants on at the very least?
Yeah, I got pants on.
All right, you got pants on.
Well, I mean, come on. It's like we work from home now, Zoom meetings. Who gets stressed?
I forgot my shirt.
I
got nice shoulders. I'm skinny, but I got nice collarbone.
Look, John, I know you're going to put your shirt on in a minute.
You got 2 more minutes of gold right there.
First of all, there is no chance I ever saw this coming. That's first of all. This is great. Second of all, this is great. That is John right now. I will pull up a picture of that in a sec. Third of all, I got a text from Kayla just now. She goes, and I quote her, she goes, "What is happening? Why is John naked?" I don't really know how to answer that.
Blabcheck's fault, and I own that fool. I'm going to beat him in the Decathlon.
I mean, I'll say this, John. I give you respect. I'll give you respect.
Wow.
You did own up to it.
I'm just disappointed Eric's not here to see this.
Hopefully he's back and watch the adult version of Sideline Sports.
This is Sideline Sports After Dark.
If we could call it adult. I don't know.
This is John, is there anything else you'd like to say before you put
No, I said what I need to say. Blabcheck hasn't responded at all. Not once. He was only on our show. I haven't heard from him since. So like I said, I just assume that he's not going to prepare. He's going to back out of the Decathlon like 3 hours before. I'm going to get to New York, and this guy's going to be like, "Oh, sorry, my kids have diarrhea, and I can't make it today."
Real quick, this is when we said Skeletor. This is what we're talking about. So apparently, this is what John looks like, and I kind of see it.
I do.
I mean, he's got a nice upper body.
Yeah. John, this is a memorable moment for sure. Okay.
I've seen it all.
Tyler, what are we doing on Sideline Sports tonight? Great question. John is showing off his naked body or naked top half, including nipples. And currently, I'm not.
Yeah,
I gotta be honest with you.
I don't leave anything out.
All right. New favorite comment before
you
John
got 5 minutes. I'll be right back.
That was 5 minutes. All right. Now he goes to put the shirt on. So I guess, Babs, if you see this, buddy, this is John's retaliatory comments to you. Respond how you choose. All I ask is please keep your pants on. That's all I ask. Both of you.
Oh, God.
Okay. Where do we go from here? I'm really not sure.
Wow.
JB, do you know where we should move from here? Because I'm a little
so
good thing this isn't
let's talk about other disgusting things in the news.
What?
Let's talk about other disgusting things in the news.
Aaron Rodgers.
Let's start with the $1 million gorilla in Green Bay. Is this guy ever going to shut his mouth? Like, really? It's the off season. We gotta deal with the same thing.
Do you think this guy's just toying
there's
with
more what
us
JB has to say. I want to hear what JB's clearly got some pent up anger, and I want to hear this. I'm here for it.
Let's win a playoff game. How about that? One playoff game. Okay. He has as many Super Bowl rings as Matthew Stafford, Joe Flacco. Does anyone say Joe Flacco's a great quarterback?
No.
I know Joe Flacco doesn't open his mouth.
Well, that's because he's like a fourth string.
As many Super Bowl rings as Aaron Rodgers.
I mean, look, if we're going to go down the Super Bowl rings conversation, I mean, we're going to put Joe Namath in this conversation because he's got one ring too. I mean, what's your point here?
At least when Joe speaks, the women flock to him.
I mean, I guess he's an old man now. They want his money. I'm going to be honest with you, probably, but that's fine.
Listen, Aaron Rodgers.
Just speaking the truth.
Be quiet. Just be quiet. Stop. Go on Pat McAfee. He's a punter. Listen,
who makes $40 million a year?
Hold on.
I want to know what Eric Weddle thinks about punters.
You watch yourself because punters are people too, and I know that, and you know that, and John knows that.
I want next time we get Eric Weddle on camera, I want to ask him what he thinks about punters because he obviously doesn't think much about John because he didn't play the game. Do punters count? That's what I want to know.
It's going to be hard to get him on camera. He's coaching high school football or high school basketball or something.
He also does
That's the guy I want around my kids who can't answer a question about bad hits. Yeah, that makes sense.
Wow. JB.
Denzel's actually right. Pat McAfee did level somebody, and it was glorious.
That is true.
Everybody gets lucky one day. That's all I'm going to say.
This is just pure
anger.
Is everything okay at home?
Anyone that sucks the teeth of Aaron Rodgers shall be banned from Sideline Sports. That's it.
So real quick, before the show started,
executive order.
Just so you know, Tyler Ingram, you're welcome at Sideline Sports. Just because you're a Rodgers guy, you're welcome here. Don't think JB's going to scare you.
I got my Rodgers jersey before the show started. I've done this once, and I guess it feels like it's time to do it. And I'm not doing this for myself. I'm going to do this in honor of JB because JB's really, I think, angry, frustrated, annoyed, all are correct words.
Maybe
JB,
I confused him.
This is for you. This is another empty trash can. To you, this would be the same as Aaron Rodgers, probably. And I'm just gonna
listen.
Stuff that in there.
And I will say, if the Packers called the Giants tomorrow and said, "We'll give you Aaron Rodgers for Daniel Jones," and you give us, one of your first round picks or both.
All right, I'll take my jersey back out for that.
I still do it
because Aaron Rodgers is better than trash.
I still do it, but he doesn't win playoff games.
Yeah, but you know what? At least he wins game. He wins some games. Daniel Jones doesn't win anything.
Yeah, I'm done with
Tyler.
Rodgers.
Don't worry.
I'm done.
I'm not gonna let JB scare you.
You're that upset over. I mean, and say grateful for the people in his life on Instagram. Who cares?
He's just trolling the media at this point. Is what
all he did was look. All the man said was he came off of like a 12-day cleanse or something like that, right? And he was thankful for the people in his life. Why are we hating this poor guy? Look, this has nothing to do with. This is nothing to do with.
Well, of course he's thankful for the people in his life. He doesn't have anybody in his life.
I'm about to make cuts off Sideline Sports. Someone's about to be fired.
I mean, Rodgers doesn't have.
Why is someone getting fired?
He doesn't have family. He doesn't have friends.
Yeah, he has friends.
Who?
people as teammates. Pat McAfee.
Pat McAfee's a punter. He doesn't count. They don't have souls.
What do you mean?
They're
John,
punters.
you just offended so many people.
They don't have souls. They're punters. They're kickers. They don't matter.
When it's all said and done,
sorry,
40,
it's the truth.
40 years from now,
this is below.
When I'm in the nursing
John
home,
just said punters and kickers don't mean anything. That's just offensive.
They don't.
Then you go. You know what, John?
Listen, until we ask Eric
I'd like
Weddle,
to see you go out and do it.
That's like
until we ask Eric Weddle, I'm gonna say they don't count.
I mean,
this is a great question, John. What position did you play?
Actually, I played safety and linebacker. If you would.
When were you like 10 years old?
Middle school, yeah. All through middle school, I played safety and linebacker. I hit pretty hard, actually.
John,
I had a pick 6.
John, you played in middle school. It barely counts.
You asked, so I answered.
I didn't ask. I was just repeating James's question on his behalf. More importantly, you really said punters and kickers are not people. What's wrong with you?
Mean, they kind of.
And look, why are we hating on Aaron Rodgers for just appreciating?
Why?
Why not?
No.
Why not?
For that specific, I'm asking about that one. Hold on. I'm asking about that one post. All he said was he's just grateful for the people in his life.
He's being sarcastic. That's Aaron Rodgers. Aaron Rodgers never is upfront about what he says. He always has some little agenda or tries to be a Jedi behind everything he says.
He is.
This is also true. Thank you. Continue.
Win a playoff game. That's all I ask.
You know what? At the end of the day, the man's got more Super Bowl rings than any of us combined.
Just one more than all of us combined.
That's one more than we'll ever have in any of our lifetimes.
All I got to do is side with a team. I have a shot to catch him in a year, as long as he's not my teammate.
And you have far. Your chances of choking in a conference championship game are much lower than his, too.
Your chances of being in a conference championship game are also much lower.
I don't know.
John,
depends on where he goes. He could go to Denver.
Oh, God.
Listen. It's a waste of our time. It's every year with this guy. Just shut up.
It's a waste of our time. Why did you bring it up? I didn't. You did.
We're the media. We have to talk about it.
This is what people want to hear. People want to hear about Aaron Crybaby Rodgers.
I don't care
I'm done
if we
with
talk
it.
about him or not.
I put Blabchek on a higher regard than Aaron Rodgers. That's my rival.
You guys are mean.
Listen, until we get Eric Weddle's opinion on McAfee, he does not count. That's it. That's it.
All right.
Which one doesn't count, Rodgers or McAfee, or both?
McAfee first, Rodgers second.
Thank you. He's a punter, so naturally.
It's not about him being a punter. I want to hear Eric Weddle's opinion, because Eric Weddle has all these great opinions on people that don't play football. Or do punters play football? I want to know Eric Weddle's opinion.
I don't know they actually do.
I'm not trolling Eric Weddle.
Out for blood today. All right.
I'm sorry.
Okay.
It became the adult show the first 5 minutes, and it just continued the rest.
Yeah, I mean, this is just aggressive today.
Okay, we're not going to talk about who has a good show, because when it comes to shows, right, there's Sideline Sports way up here. Then you have, Morning Men on Mad Dog, which is way up here. Then you have other shows like the Gauntlet, which is also way up here.
Hold on.
And basically, all of Sideline Sports shows are way up here.
Okay, I was going to say,
we love the Morning Men
Mad
Dog show. It's a great show.
And then you have some other shows like the Pat McAfee show. It's okay, but get off of Aaron Rodgers' jock.
It's fair. It's probably because AJ Hawk is always on there, and he's a former Packer. So I'm just assuming that's how this Packer love triangle
works. It's choking me to talk about this.
I know.
It's choking me. When have you seen me get this emotional?
It's like
change the subject. Allergies. I'd like to point out, I have probably said the least on this current topic. You two are the ones that are complaining, yet you two are also the ones driving this conversation. If you don't want to talk about it, just change. That's it.
Here's what I say. I say we get Babchek to team up with McAfee against me and Shearer. Let's make that happen.
Yeah.
Wait, hold on. What does this mean? What does this make me?
Yeah, Jake, you don't count. Yeah.
Listen, I want McAfee. This is it. Let's get it done.
This is a personal thing. Me against punters. JB against McAfee. Me against Blabchek. This is personal.
You guys are just for violence today. All right. Speaking of violence, I think there's a better topic to talk about.
Let's talk about what happened the other day.
Good thing Eric's not here. I would make sure he knows about the Juwan Howard thing. Throw that in his face because he said he's coming for me with that.
John,
bring it to him. And make sure you check out the gauntlet Saturday whenever James lays the smackdown on Eric for that too. And I'll lay the smackdown on Eric tomorrow, Sports Arena, 10 p.m. Eastern time. Check that out. Monday and Wednesday nights.
Eric specifically came on before the show. Before we started, he was hanging out. You were hanging out backstage. We were just chilling. And he specifically said, I'm not going to be on the show because I want to save this conversation for John and myself for tomorrow. Like we
can have this conversation over and over, and I'll lay the smack down.
He wanted to save a genuine conversation for tomorrow to be on his show.
Scared, same thing.
Take it up with him. Don't take it up with me. Don't shoot the messenger. I'm just
I'll
repeating.
take him out tomorrow. Don't you worry. 10 o'clock Eastern time, Sports Arena.
So let's get into what happened in the Michigan-Wisconsin game. So Juwan Howard was upset over the last few minutes of the game. Yeah. And on the handshake line, he's reaching over. He went to punch one of the assistant coaches on Wisconsin. Ended up being an open hand with a slap. And now it's suspended for the rest of the regular season.
He deserves a bigger suspension for that weak effort of a hit. I mean, if you're going to hit, punch him. I mean, come on. Like, don't half-ass it.
No. Listen, you're the coach of college young men. You don't do that.
Oh, I agree.
You have no business trying to go hit another coach. I mean,
I agree.
This isn't the 1980s. You're lucky you still have a job. If you weren't Juwan Howard, you'd be on the unemployment line yesterday. And I like Juwan Howard. I think he's done a hell of a job in Michigan. But seriously, you're trying to mold young men here. And I know there's a lot of dirty things in college sports, but there's no place for violence like this there.
Here's what happened. I'll play it. So this is who posted this? Bleacher Report. So credit to Bleacher Report for the video. And I think it was on CBS their broadcast. So, obviously the credit to them for the video. This is not our content, whatever. This is Juwan Howard is right here.
Oh, is that Aaron Rodgers in the bottom right corner?
You gotta stop. Think about that. Don't worry about that. Watch Juwan Howard. And there it is. Real quick, we'll go one more time on that.
It's a weak attempt at a hit.
Right there.
If you're going to do it, like, go all in with it. Don't just slap somebody. If you're going to hit them, punch them. Like, not that I condone punching, but,
I was going to say, are we condoning attacking
somebody? But if you're going to do it, like, you better make it worth your while. Not that. That makes it, you deserve a longer suspension for that. Like, you should have, another season added onto your suspension just for that type of hit.
I honestly think he should be fired for it, and I like Juwan Howard. Yep. I think honestly, had it happened to any other coach, a guy that wasn't a former NBA player, a member of the Fab Five, I think he's on the unemployment line. I think, he's fortunate who he was. You could say there's not a lot of double standards in sports or life, but this is definitely a double standard. He really does deserve to be fired for that, But
yeah, I mean,
whatever.
JB, you kind of said everything I was thinking, but I'll reiterate you're right. Forget you're a coach of young men. It doesn't matter what you're a coach of. You are a coach, period. Period, end of story. If it's football, the guys on the field can take out their anger and their aggression throughout the game, and that's acceptable. You hit the other guys, legally, of course, right? You make a tackle, whatever. And then, of course, in football, because that's one of the only sports, that and hockey are the only sports you can actually get away with hitting somebody. But this is, if you're a player, it's a problem. If you're a coach, I mean, what kind of example are you setting? And that's, I get he may have been frustrated about something. I don't know why or
he was upset because they were down by like 15 and the other coach was calling timeouts with like 20 seconds left or something like that.
Okay, too bad. Bad. I mean,
it's just like the Ravens Broncos thing. Whenever the Broncos tried to score and they were getting beat by like 30 points, and the Ravens ran the ball to get that record earlier this year.
Too bad.
And basically, the Ravens were like, if you don't like it, stop.
Do something about it.
Like, do something about it.
Agree.
Like on the field, not off the field.
No, I agree, and that's the
way I see it.
No, I mean that's the problem. Is you know what? If you're so upset it's not going well, coach your team, fix it.
Yeah.
Don't attack other people. It's not acceptable in the first place, and because you don't like these calling timeouts, okay, too bad. That's the way the game works. Suck it up. You know, just stop being a big baby.
It was
in the immortal words of John, he's a big baby.
And by the way, Denzel, if Bobby Knight was choking players in 2022 like that,
oh my God,
he would have been canceled immediately.
Social
media exists. He would have been canceled immediately. Not just arrested, but the way the social media and all that works, he'd have been canceled. He'd have been done.
Yep.
So he's lucky it wasn't social media age because the mob would have got him.
He is, but still, it's just. I mean, I don't know. It's. I get he's frustrated, and I understand that 100%. But I watched that video enough times that it doesn't look like the other coach antagonized him by any means.
He didn't even hit the coach that he was upset over.
Right.
He hit the assistant. Hit the wrong guy.
You're right. But forget that. Like even you forget that.
It's like, I'm upset at Jake, so I'm going to punch JB. Like, yeah.
That may end really badly for you. But
well, probably. But I'm just saying that's how it went.
No, but like here's the other thing is, you know what? The other coach, from what we can see, obviously we don't know what was said. It doesn't look like there was any form of antagonization, I guess is how I could put it. You know, he didn't try to initiate a fight or anything. It looked like maybe there was some words thrown back and
People
forth.
People were saying that since the guy put his hand on Howard's arm, that's what ignited it.
What?
Still, like this isn't like, you know, you're fighting on the street or something. Like this isn't street rules. This is you're a professional coach and you're a leader of young men. You can take this opportunity and teach your guys in the locker room, say something to them. You could do that. Use this as an opportunity.
I obviously you're just mess, right? All he did, I'm watching it again as we speak, right?
Yeah, I know.
He's shaking all the hands. He puts his hand on his arm as if to say, hey, I wanted to talk to you real quick.
Yeah.
Like, probably be like, I just wanted to get a handshake of anything, but you can see me walk past me. Grow up. My word to Juwan Howard, grow up. And then the fact that he was only suspended, which is, I think, the equivalent of about 5 games, because that's the end of it's the rest of the regular season.
Yeah,
that's the equivalent of 5 games.
A stupid suspension.
Pathetic. That's pathetic. I mean,
listen, you guys got me on a heater tonight. You can see I'm steamed. Listen, as Ralph,
it's because you saw me without a shirt. That's what started you up.
You're steaming me, Alice. Don't steam me. That's basically what's going on. You've heard of the honeymooners, right, guys? You guys are a little young.
Yes, I've heard of it.
I don't watch it. I know what it is.
We weren't alive when it came out like you, but
no, I wasn't.
You know, Davey was around when the dinosaurs still roamed the earth. I know he's old,
but unbelievable.
He saw it all. Yeah, I don't know.
By the way,
By
the way, just so we're clear, everybody, John has an Instagram. That happened. Okay, just so the world knows. I want to make sure
the personal brag section we're doing now.
Not a brag, just so you know. John has an Instagram. So JB, you know, he's getting with the times. I'm getting with the times. You know, we're catching up.
I'm so proud of you.
Thank you. Appreciate.
Welcome to the modern world, John.
I don't have TikTok or Snapchat, but I have an Instagram for now.
I would hope that you put your shirtless picture on your Instagram. That would get a lot of likes.
I want a clip of that. I definitely want a clip of that. That'd be.
I think we talk to Rob about making NFTs on that one. Start selling them.
Oh God, you guys are off the rails tonight. Okay.
Thank you.
Let's talk sports, please.
Sports. What's that? Is that what we do?
I don't know. Might be. I don't know if you guys heard, but this made me happy. I liked this. NFL and XFL will be partnering in the coming futures. I think starting next season. And the XFL is going to test out the new rules, equipment, even officiating for the NFL. This is pretty great, actually. This is, you know what? I make fun of Roger Goodell. Ever. What?
Probably one of the smartest moves ever.
I make fun of Roger Goodell with relative frequency. I don't like him. I'm outspoken about it. I don't think he's good. But for once, it sounds like he did something right. The fact of the matter is we finally get to test out things, hopefully like the new overtime rules, and see if it's actually good without impacting the games that we're playing.
So this is kind of like
a minor league system.
Is this kind of like your favorite minor league baseball team that tries out like new things, tries out new rules, and then
Savannah Bananas?
Yeah, it's kind of like them, where they try out all the fun things, and then maybe if the Major League Baseball likes it, they'll pick it up.
I like
it. Cool team.
It is. I like it personally just because I'm like, all right, great. I mean, they're giving it a chance to try new rules. I mean, the NFL is the only league that doesn't have some sort of minor league system, like of the major leagues, right? NHL, right. MLB, NBA, NFL. Only one of those was missing some form of a minor league system in some way, whatever it turns out to be, right? The XFL could be that. And
it'll give the XFL a chance to survive. You know what I mean? Like actually have a league that doesn't go for 1 year and topples out. So you know what I mean? It's kind of like the WNBA where, since the NBA is there, kind of help them get along, and then the WNBA is starting to get along on their own. You know what I mean? So hopefully the XFL can do that. So that way there is some sort of competition in some regards.
I like the idea because we get more football. And I think more than anything, forget the rules. If it has the backing of the NFL, it's going to give, I guess, like practice squad guys, those guys at that level where they're not quite breaking the top of the rosters, right? It's going to give them extra opportunities to prove themselves. I mean, I'm not saying we're going to find amazing players, but even guys that go undrafted that are, those diamonds in the rough, maybe they go play there. And it's that middle ground. And it's nice because it gives them a chance to prove their talent against other players of relatively high caliber. And it's past the college level, but it's not the NFL. It's like a minor league system, and I like that. And I love the fact to try new rules.
Listen, I think it's important. The NFL has to figure out what works, and you don't want to do that in your league. I mean, the NFL has enough trouble figuring out what a catch is, pass interference, referees with phantom calls. We went through this last week. This is a perfect feeder league. You have a lot of guys that are very talented that can't get into the league, So this works out really good for them, where they can have a spot to play. And the NFL can use that to try different things. And it's not a bad thing to have more football. As a matter of fact, I think it's really bad for baseball at the moment that they're stuck in this lockout, and there's this other league that's out there. It's football that, the United States loves football. Yeah. And you're going to have a chance to watch football in the spring. It's going to hurt baseball if we don't get this back on. But that's just my opinion. What do I know?
What do you know, right? No, I mean, all jokes aside, I would agree. I'm not going to argue with that. I mean, I guess the best way to look at it is there is no downside. There's no negative spin to this, right? It's not like something is going to happen where it's like, this is bad. This is in no way a bad thing. This has only got potential, and I'm very happy about it. I like it, and it's also the fact that there's a guy like The Rock, right? The Rock is, I guess call him the head, if you will, right, of the XFL, former NFL player, so he kind of understands it. And I mean football itself, right? It's good. There's no downside, and it's a partnership with lots of potential, and I'm just hopeful. I'm hopeful.
I'm with you. I really am. I think that this is a good move. I think that they have a shot to do something special. Will it work out? We'll see.
Never know.
But we have a shot to see something that could be a lot of fun. Oh, look who's joining us back with a shirt.
A nice join.
I know you can't get that image out of your head.
It's
Absolutely
burned in the back of my eyes.
It is.
Mind. Yeah.
I hated it.
Yeah, that's the first thing my wife said when she saw me without a shirt. No, I'm just kidding.
No, you're not.
Or
that is. Oh, you're not kidding. You are dead serious. I know it. Look, not all of us can be as good looking as guys like Babs. He's an exceptional looking guy.
We know you've got like the Aaron Rodgers level crush on Babs.
Absolutely
we
not.
know.
Oh,
we
hold
know.
on.
If there was
Hold
a
on.
Babs jersey, you would have a Babs jersey. I know who you're rooting for in the decathlon. Why would
I'm
you root
rooting
for a guy that's not on the show? You're rooting for him, not me. Of course, Eric put $13 on me, so thank you, Eric. The only one that believes in me.
Listen, I'm willing to be your teammate if we can get McAfee in, because you know what? I'm done with anyone that's involved with that dude up north.
You're done, but yet you want to get McAfee involved.
Yes, because I want to
Who's
beat
involved with Rodgers.
Yes, because that would be like us beating Rodgers. It's another playoff game they can't win.
Oh, God.
Well, Rodgers isn't involved, so maybe he'll win. I don't know.
Why are you guys the way that you are?
Because that's entertainment.
Okay. Next topic, gentlemen.
I'm
what
just
do we got?
me, so I don't know if that's entertainment or not. I'm just me.
Yeah,
that's entertainment.
All right. What else do we have on the docket, gentlemen?
So, what did you guys think about NBA Saturday night? You guys watch any of it?
Bits and pieces. I
the
caught
highlights
as per usual.
Yeah, basically. I heard the dunk contest was terrible. Again,
that's what I was told. I mean,
they just need to do away with it, or get people that actually are, want to do it.
I
think
actually
good at it.
I think the bigger.
You know what? Don't even bring NBA players for the dunk contest. Get these professional dunkers to do your dunk contest. Do that. Because they have professional dunkers that are amazing. Don't got to worry about injury. You pay them a nice amount of money. Make sure that if they get hurt, you cover them, blah, blah, blah. All that nonsense. And they will put on a show. Boom. There. Solved. You don't got to worry about any NBA player getting injured, and you still get the best show possible. Because these guys do it for a living.
I mean, both of them do, but sure. I think the more important...
Fisher Price dunk invitationals, whatever you want to call it. These guys are the best in the world at dunking, and they want to do it, unlike these NBA players with their garbage, dunk contest, joke of a contest. It's been, 6 years since we've had a good one? Yeah. Tell me about your Fisher Price.
It's every year we hear, we want to see this guy, we want to see that guy, and do something to entice these players to come and
they don't want to get hurt, I think it is.
I don't know if that's what it is.
It's all about the bottom line now, JB. It's all about the bottom line.
I don't know.
Stone Cold said it, so it's all about the bottom line.
Well, I think we're missing an important conversation, guys. Do we not want to talk about the NBA top 75 list? I mean...
Oh, it's terrible.
There you go. That's what I thought. I'm listening.
What a joke. I mean,
let's hear it.
I would like to have somebody like Denzel on to explain who should be in and who should be out. Let's invite him in. Denzel, do you have time? Invite Denzel. Get him in here. He's the basketball guy. If we want to talk about the top 75,
the man just goes.
Invite
the man
this
goes.
guy onto
It's
the
terrible.
show right here,
and
right
then,
now.
Hold on. You're not going to say.
Send him the invite.
Why it was bad?
Look, I'm not the professional basketball guy. You know I'm baseball.
It doesn't matter.
It just is. Hey, send him an invite. Hit him up. Send him an invite, please.
Oh, my God.
Do it right now.
John, you can't say something is bad and then not bother to explain why.
Exactly.
Come on.
I'm just telling you I'm the baseball guy, not the basketball guy.
Then don't make a comment. Come on.
Look, I talk about punters. I'm not a punter guy. Not a kicker guy.
Baseball. I haven't heard that word in ages.
Hold on. Are we just going to ignore?
Send him an invite, please.
I did.
Okay.
How about you explain why you don't like the list, you lunatic?
Look, bring up the list, please. Bring it up.
I can't bring up the full list, John. It's like going to take
75 people.
Yes, in order is a lot of things to look at.
There's only 75. That's not that much. But they had Dame on there, correct? I believe they had Dame on there. I don't think they should have Dame on there. There he is, my guy. He's here. All right.
Okay, buddy.
And joining the show, Jay Nelson.
I'm backwards hatting it like y'all two up there.
All right. So talk to us about this top 75 and what people shouldn't be on and what people that they left out should be on.
Well, as far as the top 75, I honestly did not have a problem with it. I felt like they did a good job going back generations and separating it by position. Who should
They missed Dwight Howard, right? They didn't have Dwight Howard?
I think they whiffed on Dwight Howard, honestly. Yeah. I think they did. I think they whiffed on Dwight Howard. Maybe in 25 years when they have a 100, he'll be included. That's what I'm thinking.
Because peak Dwight Howard was pretty damn dominant.
And mind you, he dragged that 08 team to the finals.
Yes.
On his back.
Yes.
You know, now we all knew from before opening Temple game 1 they was gonna lose to the Lakers. But still, he dragged that Magic team to the finals, much like AI dragged that 01 squad to the finals. Yep. You know, but I think that Dwight Howard should have been on this time, but again, in 100, I expect him to be on.
Now, Dame's on there, correct?
Yes, Dame Dash is on there.
Because I don't think Dame should be on there.
How about,
I like Dame, but I don't feel like he's done enough in NBA history to be on that kind of list with those kind of names. I don't feel like he's done enough. Like, what has he done? I mean, he's been a really great player, but he hasn't done anything to where you're like, okay, yeah, he deserves to be amongst those guys. That's just me. I don't think he's there yet. Like, I need a moment. I need, like, you get him to the finals or something like that.
It's not about winning.
MVP.
But it's not about winning.
No, but I need something from Dame. Like, give me something that proves you could be amongst the top 75 greatest of all time. Because that, to me, that's an important thing, being on that list.
I mean, you take Dame and, well, first of all, he actually helped uplift the Blazers when he hit that shot on my Rockets to get him the first playoff series win in 14 years. You know, since then, he has proven. I know as far as that organization goes, he definitely is a top 5. I think he's up there with Walton. He's up there with Clyde, you know, so. But as far as the top 75, I'm not exactly. I know that people have different contexts, you know. You feel like he should be winning championships or at least get to the finals.
Yeah, like give me a little more besides personal stats.
Do you feel like he should have had a ring to get up there?
Like, at least get to I don't even think they got to a conference championship. I don't even believe they've been to the conference finals.
They've been to the conference finals.
They've been to the conference. Have they been to the conference finals?
Yes, they went to the conference finals about 2 years ago.
And they lost. All right, so give me like one finals appearance, maybe. I know their team's not great, but you said Dwight drug the Magic, AI drug the Sixers. Like, I want Dame to do that.
Look,
get to the finals.
I'm chiming in because John's just.
I'm just saying, like, I want a little more.
You want to talk about players that don't deserve to be on parts, or at least on the list where they are. Number 13 was Kevin Durant. I'm sorry, but there is no chance, first of all, that Kevin Durant should be in the top 15 like this. And more importantly, there's also, in my opinion, no chance that you possibly put Durant over Steph Curry. I mean, I could give you a million reasons why. I mean, you said it's you thought it was good, and I'm not saying it's bad, but that is a huge swing and a miss. I mean, I think Steph is easily a top 20 player, and they put him at I think 18, so that's right. But if you're going to put Durant all the way up at 13, I mean, Steph has got to be above him. So you got to be talking about Steph as almost top 10. I mean, what has Durant done? He got handed 2 rings basically, right? And I mean, yeah, he won Finals MVP, but because he was put on a team that was basically guaranteed to win a championship, or at least be in contention for one automatically. Steph does all the heavy lifting for that team for before he showed up and after. I don't know how you put Durant at 13. I'm sorry, but I don't. I mean, I look at the names that are around him. I mean, you got Kevin Garnett, Malone, both Karl Malone and Moses Malone.
I wouldn't put Kevin Garnett anywhere near Durant or Steph ever.
But Jerry West.
I just wouldn't.
Well, Jerry West. Okay, you have Oscar Robertson, Hakeem Olajuwon. I mean, you have some of the greatest players to ever touch a basketball, and you want to put Durant at 13? I mean, I'm sorry. I know Durant's a good player, and if we were talking about the top players from the last 10, 15 years, I'd be like, yeah, I can see you putting him up towards the top. Absolutely. We're talking greatest of all time. He's number 13. That is.
I think that's a little too much.
Hey, Jay, question for you.
Yes, sir.
So if the Nets win the title, do you put him higher?
I think I consider him a little bit higher.
You mean higher than 13, or giving him the validation of 13? Is that validating his 13, or is that putting him above the 13, like 11 or 10? Just so we're clear. Jay.
Did JP freeze up?
Yes. Oh, there you go. You hear what John said or no?
Yeah. Or what? Yeah, Jay, what do you think? Is that validating the 13, or are you moving him up past 13?
13 sounds about right. But I'll be honest with you, if he does lead his team, because let's face it, he won those rings with Steph's team. Right. And I feel like that's the reason why he left in the first place. It was nothing against Steph. It was nothing against anybody else. I know he had a spat with Draymond, but Kevin Durant he's one of the most sensitive dudes in the game, let's face it. He's one of the few that's got burner accounts. I mean, come on now, I feel like he left Golden State because he's like, I have to do this. I have to take my team to the championship and win.
Think. Yeah.
Look, here's my thing. If you're saying...
right, you're absolutely correct. But tell Durant that. Durant, he feeds into the people too much.
Yeah,
entirely too much.
I think LeBron James does that too.
Yeah. Oh, but if you're saying, just if KD wins a championship, if you're saying does he belong at 13, I still don't know that I say he belongs at 13 because I just think 13 was just too high to begin with. I think Steph should be above him in the first place. So there's the first mistake. But I think if KD leads the Nets to a championship, I'm considering him higher because to me that is where KD's putting in the work.
But the Nets are what it is
earning that ring. KD's earning that ring.
We said if.
Come on. And Jay,
we said
I love
they got
Jay,
old man Dragic. They got Ben Simmons.
Championship.
Kyrie doesn't even play home games. And we're talking about them winning championships. That's cute.
If he takes his own team to a title, and someone wants to, I would even say top 10. He'd be at 11.
All right, maybe we do put him top 10. If he can win a championship with Ben Simmons, the biggest crybaby ever, by his side, you might have to put him top 10, top 5. Because Ben Simmons doesn't win championships. Ben Simmons doesn't even play basketball. And if you could carry Ben Simmons and half of a Kyrie, cut Kyrie in half and you get half of him, you get like his left side or whatever.
Yeah.
You get half of a Kyrie, you get crybaby Ben Simmons, and you win a championship with that. All right, put him top 5. Put him number 1. I don't care. Put him number 1. You win with that, you deserve to be above everybody. You're better than Michael Jordan. You're better than everybody. Game over.
Wow.
Better than everybody. It's over. Done.
Hot take.
Benito. But nobody can win with Ben Simmons and half of Kyrie.
I mean, I get it. Ben Simmons is a huge liability, but let's pump the brakes just a tad bit.
And here's the other thing. I got to point this out also. This bothered me. Again, I'm looking at the list, and I think Giannis is a great player. Do not get me wrong. I think Giannis is a great young player.
Eric, I'm coming for you tomorrow on your show,
but
taking you down.
Hold on. Giannis is number 24 on the full list out of everybody. You say he's 24. So you're saying he's better than Charles Barkley. He's better than Isaiah Thomas, Scottie Pippen.
No.
I mean,
no.
Chris Paul, Allen Iverson. They're saying he's better than all these guys. John Stockton.
Not better.
Prisoner of the moment. Because they made that list right after the Bucks won the title.
And look,
then you're
I think Giannis is a great player. I think he's fantastic. But he's too young for me to be, top 25. I mean, are you crazy?
I'm not a guy that likes likes to put people on these lists that far up if they're playing. I mean, LeBron James at the end of his career, so you could put him on. Obviously,
but LeBron has earned that spot.
But Durant and Giannis have a lot of playing time left.
Dude, even if Giannis was 35 years old, the Bucks are just coming off a championship in like how long? That was a prisoner of the moment move right there.
They're fourth championship.
And look, you know what? I'm going to say it. Carmelo. I like Carmelo, but 49, I don't know I'd put him on my list either. Again, I think he's a good 75. Player. But I don't know that he's top 70. I mean, that is saying he's one of the greatest players to ever touch a basketball. I don't think he is. I think he's a great player. Don't get me wrong. I think he's been a phenomenal player. Do not take anything away from that.
He's absolutely phenomenal, yeah.
But if you're telling me you think he's one of the top 75 players of all time, I don't know that he is. I don't know that he is.
Eric, you're just scared to come on the show. You keep talking in the comments, but you're just scared to jump on the show. I'm sorry. Just like tomorrow,
Listen, I'm going to say Giannis
10 p.m. Eastern Time Sports Arena.
In the top 75. I mean, I like to see him work on his game. I think.
Wait, hold on. Did you guys? Dwight Howard's on the list. I hope you know that.
Is he on the list? I read that.
It says right here he's 62.
Okay.
Interesting.
I heard maybe that Dwight was not.
This is not the right list, but I think it is. Yeah.
Is it the right list? Okay, but anyway,
they were talking about it afterwards.
For me,
maybe I'm wrong.
For me, I wouldn't like Melo. Just again, like Dame, hasn't had any moment in his career where you're like, yeah, that's it. That's a Hall of Famer. That's
Melo,
on that list type of guy. Like, yeah, he's been great throughout his career, but what has he done outside of individual statistics? Absolutely nothing.
Well.
He was great in Denver, but then with the Knicks, it was all selfish. And then from there, he just became a sidekick the rest of the way.
Hey, now that's the Knicks fan right there. He can tell you better.
He was the man in New York, John. And when you're the man at the Garden,
I
like him in New York.
What I'm saying is instead of going to another team to try and win, he stayed for the big contract with the Knicks. He chose the money over going to a team where he could win a ring.
He was loyal to
what? Their team was garbage.
He thought that they were going to bring people around him.
They had garbage owner, garbage players. They had nothing. Why would you stay? I knew that roster was terrible. I remember he chose the contract over going somewhere where he could actually win something because he wanted the money. That's what Carmelo is. Now he's regretting it, trying to chase these rings with these other teams, and it's not going to happen.
Well, I mean, it's an honorable thing. I mean, like, granted, yeah, he gets paid, but I mean, all right, everyone gets paid. But
he would have got paid anywhere.
He thought, like Jamie said, he thought that he was going to get a team built around him. Their owner is trash,
Yep.
So,
that's
I mean, and the crazy part about it is everyone, they criticize so much about in this new age, folks are ring chasing. They team hopping all the time, And here's the dude, Melo, who actually now some people like yourself, you say, yeah, he shouldn't have stayed, but he did. He was loyal, At least give him a little bit of flowers for that. He generally thought that team was going to turn
I'm for somebody getting their money, but at the same time, like I remember at that point in his career, he had an opportunity to go basically anywhere he wanted, or he could stay with the Knicks for a max contract. He stayed with the Knicks for the max contract, took that, instead of trying to find somewhere where he could establish himself and try and help bring a championship to wherever.
But when he was with the Knicks, they thought they were going to win a championship.
The roster was terrible. That's what I'm telling you. Like, I don't understand how he thought they were going to win anything. The roster was garbage when he was there.
Because he expected the GM and the front office to do what they needed to do and to build a team around them. That's called being loyal.
James, I'm pretty sure Melo got traded. Did he get traded to the Knicks? He got traded to the Knicks, right?
Yeah.
He didn't sign with them.
No.
So he didn't choose them initially, but he did choose to stay with them.
If I'm not mistaken, I think at the time period he had a no trade clause and he waived it just to go to the Knicks.
Yeah.
Which says plenty.
I guess so. Yeah. Then you know that better than I do.
You know,
I corrected.
I think, and you know, at the time period, I mean, who was running the East at the time period? You had the big three out there in Miami. He expected that front office to build to compete with them, and they didn't.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Well, you weren't going to beat LeBron James, Dwayne Wade, and Chris Bosh. It just wasn't happening.
But I mean, if they could have at least gotten to like a couple of conference finals, maybe knock them out of the playoffs.
James, you missed the conversation. Look, I said the same damn thing about Dame. I don't want him in the top 75 because I haven't seen this. Like, I haven't seen it from him. I've seen individual stuff, but like, where's that moment where you're like, okay, yeah, he belongs there. Oh, you hit a game-winning shot to win a series. Big deal. Okay, you went on to what, the second round? Well, whoop-de-doo. Like,
and I'd also like to
drag
point
your
out real
team
quick,
to the
John,
damn finals like Dwight Howard did. Drag your team to the finals like AI.
John, I would like to point this out real quick. So, Melo joined the Knicks in 2010, I believe. Yeah, 2010. He was traded in 2010.
The first year of the Big Three.
Right. So from 10-11 to 12-13, before he signed the contract, the Knicks were in the playoffs all 3 years. And in 12-13, they lost in the Eastern Conference semis to the Pacers, if I remember correctly. So
that Pacers team
not
is
like
good.
Right. And that's fine. But him signing back with the team was, this team is playing well.
Mm-hmm.
Things are going well. The fans love me here. I like being here.
Mm-hmm.
Why would you leave just go to the Eastern Conference semis? You feel like you have a chance to add to this team, get better, and then have a chance to win a championship because you just proved you guys can make a deep run in the playoffs, right?
Right on.
Why would you leave? Why would anybody in their right mind leave that?
Well,
he was loyal.
Like James.
Why would you leave that?
Okay, I have a question. Do you have more respect for Melo staying in New York or Durant going to Golden State right now?
And you got on Durant.
I don't have respect for either.
Really?
How do you not have respect for Melo choosing to stay in New York?
So there's one or the other.
Johnny, you got to pick a side, dude.
Money, man.
He didn't choose money. It wasn't just about the money. He chose a team that was looking good.
Hey, well, I mean, at least Durant said if you can't beat them, join them.
That's not something to be proud of. How is that something to be proud of, John?
He wants championships.
To put your tail between your legs and run to your
opponent.
And he's got a ring. He's got a ring in the finals.
He wants championships, and I want $1 million. Do you see me going to rob a bank because I want $1 million? No, because that's wrong.
As soon as Durant, it was announced he was signing to the Warriors, LeBron was immediately off the hook for the decision. Because they called that the worst move in sports, remember?
Yep.
As soon as Durant signed to the Warriors, that was it.
I didn't say it's something to be proud of.
Right
just
there.
said he has a ring.
He joined a 73-win team that just beat him. And how can you be proud of it? He left a team that was already great and said, let me make them even better because they weren't good enough to begin with.
You know what he's proud of? Those trophies in his trophy case.
That's great,
but
we're not asking about that. We're talking about why would you support someone? You're saying that was a better move than Melo staying in New York. Melo stayed in New York.
And here we go. We got
yes, sir.
Preview of tomorrow night. Bring it on,
Jon
baby.
Shearer.
Here we go.
Shearer.
10 p.m.
I'll see you tomorrow night.
Bring it on. And the gauntlet Saturday. Don't you forget the gauntlet.
Eric came on for 2 seconds. Literally just to be like, Eric comes on and goes, John,
this is, you know what this is like? This is like whenever Brock Lesnar would come out at the end of Monday Night Raw and, Roman Reigns standing at the ropes and they want to hit each other. And then, Brock Lesnar backs off and he walks away. And then the crowd's like, come on, man. You're sitting there in front of your screen like, what the hell, man? That's what it is. Then Raw goes off the air and you have to wait until Sunday for the pay-per-view. That's what the hell that was.
That's exactly what
Thanks
that was.
a lot, Brock Lesnar. Sure. Thanks a lot.
Hey, and Jake, to add to your point about Durant jumping ship, John, you mentioned they can't beat him, join him. In that same series, OKC blew a 3-1 lead to the Warriors.
He couldn't beat them, so he joined them.
Exactly. Why is that something you'd be proud of?
He's
That's
a
what
champion,
I'm saying. Melo,
champion.
Yeah, but Melo has his respect still. People respect Melo because at least he earned his wins. He had to fight his battles, but he didn't just say, let me join the best teams I can in my prime while I, have the chance to win, everything.
Nobody knocks Gronk for joining the Bucks.
I sure do.
Nobody knocks AB for joining the Bucks.
Well, hang on.
Hold on. I do.
Gronkowski actually had a point. Everybody knew because he even said back with the Patriots, I'm not playing for no quarterback other than Tom Brady. When he go, I go.
But I'm just saying that he joined them
back for Brady.
Yeah, he left the Pats, obviously, left WWE where he was, I guess, I don't even know what champion he was, 24/7 champion or whatever, just to sign with the Bucks. Like, all those guys, couldn't beat him, so they joined him. So
I'm still scarred from the beginning of the show when John came out without a shirt.
Eric did not see that. Don't ruin it for him. We need to show him the first 5 minutes. He didn't see it. He's here, so he didn't see it.
I'm still scarred by this, but you can't compare Gronk to.
I'm just saying.
To KD, and not to have respect for Melo is not having respect for the NBA.
I have zero respect for Melo.
So you mean to tell me you have more respect for KD saying if I can't beat him, I'll join him than Melo did just staying in New York? Yeah. Being loyal to his team,
loyal to his pockets.
John, you're out of order.
I'm trying to. We're trying to gauge where you're coming from.
We're just trying to understand your point.
You roast this dude for jumping ship. Then you roast this dude for being loyal. Like
it's not loyal. He's loyal to his pockets.
Hold on.
He's loyal to his wallet.
It doesn't matter. Did he choose to stay with money? Did he ask for that contract, or did he get offered the contract?
He could have went and got a little bit less money elsewhere and tried to win a title, but no. You have to stay with the crap.
No, that's what you're missing.
Hold on. Paid. Would you rather he get paid elsewhere or the same amount of money staying home?
You're missing the entire thing.
Contract
that man was going to. Hold on. He was going to get paid no matter what, no matter where he went. He was going to get money because he was one of the best players in the league at the time, and being a free agent, it's like having a guy like LeBron become a free agent, right? It's just when you're one of the best in the league, you're going to get paid no matter how good or bad you are. It's just, It's going to happen.
It's a shame that Melo wasn't one of the best in the league.
He was at the time. There's a reason he got paid.
That's debatable.
So why did he get paid that much money?
Everybody gets paid that much money.
That's not true.
Everybody's getting that kind of contract.
Absolutely not. Absolutely not. If you're not good, you don't get max contracts, John.
There's plenty of average players that are getting max.
You're wrong. Okay. Probably guys like your Heat. Anyway,
that's not a player.
The point is that's fair. If we're gonna go that way, it's gonna be fair. He chose to stay with the Knicks, though. That's loyalty. It doesn't matter because he would have gotten the same money from any other team.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. There's
no
your
first mistake.
Guys, why are you still trying to explain this to him? You're not going to get anywhere.
He keeps asking.
Unfortunately, we do have to wrap up. We can have this conversation another night.
Hold on. I just want to say before we wrap up, this is coming from James, who is not a Knicks fan by any means close to it. He's a Philly fan,
and
if you know anything about basketball,
explains a lot.
Hold on. If you know anything about basketball whatsoever, or just life in general, Philly and New York do not get along for the most part.
No, they do not.
So the fact that he's saying that about a Knicks player says plenty. Thank you.
Well, maybe he's just not threatened.
All right, guys. So, Jay, where can they find you?
Well,
thank you for coming on.
Find me on the NBA Carousel, hosted by Megan Price on Monday nights, and also produced by JB and Jennifer Matthews-Lewis. Shout out to her. Also on the Sip Off, sometimes I come on there, sometimes you find me in the comments. But that's hosted by Megan Price, Jahan Phillips, and Anthony A.B. Brown. That is on Thursday nights at 7:15 Eastern Standard Time. Also, The Gauntlet Show. Check it out. Hosted by myself, Dom DeRubis, James Tatum, and Tyler Ingram. That is Saturdays at 7:15 Eastern, at 7 o'clock. 7 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. We're going to be going over some pretty classic, a classic game. The one that got voted on this week was 2010. Sorry, JB. 2010 Eagles at Giants, the miracle at the New Meadowlands. That is what got voted. So we will be talking about it. Four Horsemen.
He hasn't ever been on the show.
It's first out of order.
He just got muted.
Congratulations. You're first out of order. You're officially part of the show. Congratulations.
Welcome to the show. Welcome to the show because
you're one of us.
Just making me on the inside cry. It's like somebody is cutting onions.
But he's one of us now. He's been out of order. He's one of us.
Sadly.
Jake, all right. What about you?
I got my tattoo.
You guys can find me on Twitter at Jake_Malik. More importantly, as you see across the bottom of your screen, Instagram and Twitter is Sideline Sport 1, YouTube and Facebook is Sideline Sport. We got a Facebook page and a group, DBNA Television, Quantum Star TV, Connect to Your City TV, TikTok, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts. I don't know. I probably missed something. I'll throw it to John because John's got something.
We have a website, correct?
We will soon. Yes.
Well, soon.
It's coming.
Oh, yeah. Go ahead, John. Where can they find you?
All right. Sideline Sports Network, of course, the best network in the entire world. That's not even a debate. You've got Sports Arena Monday and Wednesday nights, 10 Eastern time. You got Sideline Sports Show Tuesday nights, 8:30. DBNA Television, Quantum Star, Connect to Your City. Alex Levin's NFL Carousel during the NFL season. Blue Hawks 13 on Twitter.
And Instagram.
NFL Instagram, which you can follow me there. You're going to want to check out the rivalry between Babcheck and I, so make sure you follow Babcheck on Twitter and follow me on Twitter. Follow Sideline Sports 1 on Twitter. And, I'm just everywhere, man. I don't know. I probably got more, but I forget.
JB_the program on Twitter. The NBA Carousel on Monday night. Alex Fleming's NFL Carousel during the NFL season. The program on the Believe, which is going to be coming back out any week now. And everywhere you want to find me. I'm just all over the place. But that's all the time we have for tonight. Check out Score No Score. If you want some ball deodorant, Manscaped's the place to go. Use code SSN. We'll talk to you guys later.
Really quickly. I'm going to wrap up with this. John didn't get to say it. I'm the most important face in the most important place.
But I like John. Steaks well done.
John, you missed the opportunity, buddy.
Whoa, I like steaks well done, baby. Yes.
That's it. We're done. We are done.
Steaks well done.